And at this time, let me get some thoughts regarding that story from the Vice Chair of the Jubilee Party, Honorable David Murathe, in a quick-fire discussion. Honorable Murathe, I trust you can hear me loud and clear. Very quickly, I want to get your thoughts on these allegations of graft at KEMSA. Specifically, a company called Kilig Limited, which received a 7.7 billion Kenya shillings tender via direct procurement from KEMSA. Do you personally know any of the directors of this company, Honorable Murathe?
Jambo Mora.
Jambo to you too, Mheshimiwa. Do you know any of the directors of that company? I trust you've heard my question.
Yes, we've been reading about the ownership. The CR12 is out there. We know one William Wilbrod Gashoka, and there's another partner called Mr. Zhu, the Chinese partner of William.
When you say you know them, what exactly do you mean by that? Do you have a personal relationship with them? Have you conducted business with them?
I partner with William in a lot of issues, but I have not partnered with William on this one.
Okay, you have not partnered with William on this one. Do you know an Ivy Mino Onyango, who as of should be about the 22nd of June 2020, was the registered owner of that company, as per the records?
She's a lawyer. The lady works with William. She works in William's office. She's a lawyer. Actually, the only reason she came into play is because William and his partner had transferred the shareholding of that company to known partners of the Deputy President, William Ruto. And when they could not come through with the financing for the importation of the equipment, it reverted back to the original owners through their lawyer. Ivy is just a lawyer.
Honorable Murathe, you seem to know a lot about this particular matter. Can you prove that those shares were transferred to known partners of the Deputy President? Those are very strong allegations to make on a nightly show like this one.
Yes, we have the evidence. We have the transfers. We have the legal transfers. If you want to find out, go to Kenya Commercial Bank and find out who are the account holders of Kilig Limited. You will find that they are known partners of the Deputy President, William Ruto.
So help me understand this, Honorable Murathe, specifically your connection with Wilbrod Gashoka. You say you've done business with him in the past. What sort of business?
We are consultants. We do a lot of consultancy services. We've consulted for various international companies. We are setting up a lot of businesses in the free economic zones, in the special economic zones, and we also consult for construction companies in the country.
And this same person is also doing business with the Deputy President, and you are not involved at all. That's what you're telling us here tonight in this particular matter.
No. It doesn't mean that every business he does, I'm involved. It also means everything I do is involved. For example, I do coffee. I farm my coffee. I sell my coffee, both locally and internationally. I'm not involved with him, but he's my friend. He's my partner. I've known him since childhood. We are family friends from childhood.
You are family friends from childhood. Honorable Murathe, very quickly, your critics accuse you of being a broker for foreign businessmen, specifically Chinese, and that your feud with the Deputy President, who you've already mentioned in this discussion, is purely a commercial one. What's your response to that?
They can say whatever they want to say, but the Deputy President knows that the feud between me and him in terms of the business is when he brokered for a company that quoted 3 shillings billion more expensive than the lowest evaluated bidder for a project in Ukambani called the Thwake Dam. And he was brokering for people who were 3 billion shillings more expensive than the lowest evaluated bidder.
Okay, of course, I don't want to get too much into that. The Deputy President is not here to defend himself, and those are very strong allegations you're making. But finally, to help Kenyans further understand this, who are these known partners, known brokers? Who are they, Honorable Murathe?
Who are these?
You've mentioned known brokers, known partners of the Deputy President. Who are they?
Let's not throw names. If you want, I'll give you the evidence. We have the agreements. We have the bank accounts. We have the agreement where the shares were transferred, and we have the agreement where they transferred back the shares to Kilig. to the lawyer of William and Mr. Zhu. And by the way, Wahiga, let me explain something before you go. When these things started, according to Kilig, they needed the intervention of Chinese manufacturers because America wanted this equipment, Europe wanted the kits themselves, China wanted the kits themselves. This was like an allocation, a special favor to be done to Kenya, and that is why he was partnering with this Chinese partner.
Okay, and because I do need to quickly get a story, I have a much longer interview with you after this. So you are saying on the record, and please keep this brief, that you have nothing to do with the Kilig Limited that was allocated a tender possibly of 7.7 billion Kenya shillings by KEMSA. You say that tonight. You have nothing to do with that company or the partners in that particular deal.
I have absolutely nothing to do with Kilig. And by the way, from the reports that we're getting, there was nothing like 7.6 billion. They were allowed to bring in 450,000 kits. And those kits, as the chairman of KEMSA said, the prices kept varying. They kept moving from 9,000 to 5,000. You would negotiate with the KEMSA. And by the way, people are trying to blow this thing up. I would like to know the amount of money that are alleged to have been stolen from KEMSA. Either people were given orders which they did not deliver, which is an air supply, or people what they were calling like stolen Jackma things. These are the kind of things we expect the investigative agencies to be dealing with. But just throwing things up in the air about COVID billionaires. We were told the other day they were only allocated 6 billion or 5 billion. In fact, the crime they have committed was to overcommit to 7 billion when their budget was 5 billion. So where is this 43 billion shillings coming from?
Okay. Honorable Murathe, I have lots of questions for you, so we'll come back when we have more time to get into that right here on this program. Please stand by and we'll be coming back to you shortly. And of course, that was David Murathe, Vice Chair, Jubilee Party, giving his take on a scandal, allegations of money that was taken away from, obviously, KEMSA, and that was his take on that at this time.